skip to content. Stormwetic. Menu. 50 plus most famous Nikola Tesla quotes in English. Nikola Tesla quotes. Nikola Tesla quotes on science. Nikola quotes on success. Nikola Tesla quotes about the future. Nikola Tesla thoughts. 50 plus most famous Nikola Tesla quotes in English. Post category. Motivational quotes. Let's read famous motivational Nikola Tesla quotes in English. Motivational quotes of Nikola Tesla. Most famous quotes by Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla motivational quotes. Nikola Tesla inspirational quotes. Nikola Tesla quotes on science. Nikola Tesla quotes on success. Nikola Tesla quotes about the future. Nikola Tesla thoughts in English. Table of contents. Nikola Tesla quotes in English dash. Of all things, I liked books best. It's not the love you make. It's the love you give. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. We all make mistakes, and it is better to make them before we begin. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. Our senses enable us to perceive only a minute portion of the outside world. The future will show whether more foresight now as it has proved heretofore. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. To know each other we must reach beyond the sphere of our sense perceptions. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. The individual is ephemeral. Races and nations come and pass away, but man remains. Of all the frictional resistances, the one that most retards human movement is ignorance. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. Science is but a perversion of itself unless it has as its ultimate goal the betterment of humanity. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. The harness of waterfalls is the most economical method known for drawing energy from the sun. Nikola Tesla thoughts in English dash. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. As I review the events of my past life, I realize how subtle are the influences that shape our destinies. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. In the 21st century, the robot will take the place which slave labor occupied in ancient civilization. All of these years of my service towards mankind did not bring me anything but assaults and humiliations. The feeling is constantly growing on me that I had been the first to hear the greeting of one planet to another. The opinion of the world does not affect me. I have placed as the real values in my life what follows when I am dead. I could only achieve success in my life through self-discipline, and I applied it until my wish and my will became one. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength and inspiration. We crave for new sensations, but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today common occurrences. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. So astounding are the facts in this connection, that it would seem as though the Creator himself had electrically designed this planet. Originality thrives in seclusion, free of outside influences beating upon us to cripple the creative mind. Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Motivational quotes of Nikola Tesla. Throughout the infinite, the forces are in a perfect balance, and hence the energy of a single thought may determine the motion of a universe. Most certainly, so planets are no inhabited, but others are, and among these, there must exist life under all conditions and phases of development. Most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing on within themselves. Peace can only come as a natural consequence of universal enlightenment and merging of races, and we are still far from this blissful realization. Though free to think and act, we are held together, like the stars in the firmament, with ties inseparable. These ties cannot be seen, but we can feel them. War cannot be avoided until the physical cause for its recurrence is removed, and this, in the last analysis, is the vast extent of the planet on which we live. The spread of civilization may be likened to a fire. First a feeble spark, next a flickering flame, then a mighty blaze, ever increasing in speed and power. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs. The future, for which I have really worked, is mine. The history of science shows that theories are perishable. With every new truth that is revealed, we get a better understanding of nature, and our conceptions and views are modified. Famous quotes by Nikola Tesla. The Secretary of Hygiene or Physical Culture will be far more important in the cabinet of the President of the United States, who holds the office in the year 2035, than the Secretary of War. Today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander off through equation after equation and eventually build a structure which has no relation to reality. Invention is the most important product of man's creative brain. The ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of human nature to human needs. I have already demonstrated, by crucial tests, the practicability of signaling by my system from one to any other point of the globe, no matter how remote. And I shall soon convert the disbelievers. But instinct is something which transcends knowledge. We have, undoubtedly, certain fibers that enable us to perceive truths when logical deduction, or any other willful effort of the brain, is futile. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. Though seemingly affected only by its immediate surroundings, the sphere of external influence extends to infinite distance. We build to tear down. Most of our work and resources are squandered. Our onward march is marked by devastation. Everywhere there is an appalling loss of time, effort and life. A cheerless view, but true. Archimedes was my ideal. I admired the works of artists, but to my mind, they were only shadows and semblances. The inventor, I thought, gives to the world creations which are palpable, which live and work. It is probable that we shall perfect instruments for indicating the altitude of a place by means of a circuit, properly constructed and arranged. And I have thought of a number of other uses to which this principle may be put. Nikola Tesla Motivational Quotes The newspapers of the 21st century will give a mere stick in the back pages to accounts of crime or political controversies, but will headline on the front pages the proclamation of a new scientific hypothesis. I do not think there is any thrill that can go through the human heart like that felt by the inventor as he sees some creation of the brain unfolding to success. Such emotions make a man forget food, sleep, friends, love, everything. No desire for material advantages has animated me in all this work, though I hope, for the sake of the continuance of my labors, that these will soon follow, naturally, as a compensation for valuable services rendered to science and industry. I cannot exaggerate the effect of this marvelous sight on my childish imagination. Day after day I asked myself what is electricity and found no answer. 80 years have gone by since and I still ask the same question, unable to answer it. In a time not distant, it will be possible to flash any image formed in thought on a screen and render it visible at any place desired. The perfection of this means of reading thought will create a revolution for the better in all our social relations. Modern science says, the sun is the past, the earth is the present, the moon is the future. From an incandescent mass we have originated, and into a frozen mass we shall turn. Merciless is the law of nature, and rapidly and irresistibly we are drawn to our doom. Everyone should consider his body as a priceless gift from one whom he loves above all, a marvelous work of art, of indescribable beauty, and mystery beyond human conception, and so delicate that a word, a breath, a look, nay, a thought may injure it. The human being is a self-propelled automaton entirely under the control of external influences. Willful and predetermined though they appear, his actions are governed not from within, but from without. He is like a float tossed about by the waves of a turbulent sea. With ideas it is like with dizzy heights you climb. At first they cause you discomfort and you are anxious to get down, distrustful of your own powers. But soon the remoteness of the turmoil of life and the inspiring influence of the altitude calm your blood. Your step gets firm and sure and you begin to look for dizzier heights. We have soon to have everywhere smoke annihilators, dust absorbers, ozonizers, sterilizers of water, air, food, and clothing, and accident preventers on the streets, elevated roads and in subways. It will become next to impossible to contract disease germs or get hurt in the city, and country folk will go to town to rest and get well. Thank you for reading Nikola Tesla quotes about the future. Famous motivational Nikola Tesla quotes in English. Nikola Tesla quotes on science. Nikola Tesla quotes on success. Motivational quotes of Nikola Tesla. Famous quotes by Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla motivational quotes. Nikola Tesla inspirational quotes. Nikola Tesla thoughts in English.